What's up, guys? Happy New Year. Please check the timestamps below for individual readings for the signs of Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio, and do remember to like the video. Hello, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Welcome to your January 2024 tarot reading. We're going to talk about you first. We're going to talk about what's holding you back, what can lift you up, how do you support yourself best during this month, this Capricorn season, into Aquarius season. And then we're going to talk about January in general, what's coming in for you. So money, opportunities, love, we'll see anything that wants to come out. Let me move these little dice. I feel like I'm supposed to tell you Libra, Taurus, Cancer, Capricorn. We'll see. We're going to roll those later for you, but I didn't mean to leave those there and it felt like a sign. All right, for Leos, come into the reading with an open heart and an open mind, please. You are accountable for all your own actions and decisions. This is optional advice, guidance, and energy check-in, setting the intention to get Leo some helpful, clear, insightful messages for the month of January. Happy New Year, guys. What is holding you back? Waiting. Just do it. Be like Nike and just do it. That's what's holding you back. You're waiting for the right sign. You're waiting for the right timing. You're waiting for the right message. I'm almost wanting to say it's never going to be the right time. Whatever you're wanting to do, it's not necessarily happening for you at a convenient time, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't pursue it, within reason right now. And maybe you're trying to find all the clear answers. Maybe you're trying to establish better stability for yourself. Again, you need to use your own practical judgment here, but for a lot of you, I'm almost getting leap of faith. Because it's like it's never going to be the right time. You can always justify why you should wait longer. But for those of you who this is your message, it feels like you've been waiting a while. So it's funny. I'm almost going to say jump in head first. You're going to learn through the process. You're going to learn by doing. I have no idea what this has to do with. It could be 1,000 different things. For some of you, it may even have to do with moving homes or moving locations, moving jobs. It could be a couple different things, but it's almost, if you are not able to jump in head first, again, because I don't know the context of this, you need to start dipping your toe in the pool, but a little bit more aggressively. You need to show the universe that you do really want this, because your hesitation and lack of forward movement, it's confusing the universe. Like, is Leo ready for this? Do they really want it? Or are they just like flirting with the idea of it? Yeah, you need to take a leap of faith and you need to take a step forward. The universe will match what you put out there. So you do have to have faith that, by listening to your heart, right? You're the sign that rules the heart. If you listen to your heart, things will fall into place. You know what you want and desire out of this. So take the necessary steps to show the universe that. What can help lift you up? Blocking naysayers, energy vampires, people who are bringing you down, people who are stuck in the mopes and the blues, people who are not making use of the call to action that Capricorn season brings with it. Capricorn season is a heavy Saturnian energy, and we have to go through the hardships and the lessons to become the master of our destiny. But people who are ultimately sinking into like victim mode and, nothing ever works out and la-di-da. I'm not trying to be harsh, but I mean, you can tell I'm channeling that Capricorn energy. It's like, we don't have time for that. We have one life to live and we have to make the best of it. Everybody's got a sob story. Everybody's got a circumstance that is challenging them. And your wounds are your wisdom. There's going to be beautiful lessons and experiences that come out of heartbreak, that come out of challenges. The thing is, I'm not necessarily getting this as you. I think this is blocking out or maybe not blocking out. Because, sometimes it's the people you love that are going through it, but it's understanding that, yes, we can vent and we can grieve and we can talk about this, and this sounds so harsh, but again, Capricorn, we have to put some restrictions and limitation on how much we're going to sink into our problems. Because ultimately, if you can't pull yourself out, that energy is going to get stagnant and stuck, and there's going to be a lot more like waiting. So yeah, be careful who you're surrounding yourself with. Be around people who motivate you, inspire you, empower you, that sort of thing. But also, what can lift you up? It's going to be a game changer, baby. This feels very motivated. It is a Leo card, and it is Mars in Leo. So putting actions into initiating or further developing your goals. Again, there's something about not having stability, and I don't know how to say that in a way that makes it sound like it's an okay thing, but here it is. It's like we're trying to get to the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is stable. It's a 4. Any 4 in tarot is about stability, right? Same here. It's like the guy doesn't have stable footing. He has 2 different shoes on and he's on a hill. So it's like, it's a little bit of a slippery slope. There's an adjustment period. You got to like feel it out and find your footing. But I don't think that's reason to not move forward or make small strides forward, or for some of you take a huge leap of faith and do the thing. Again, I just want to reiterate, you're accountable and responsible for your actions and decisions, right? This is energy that's available to you. I have a very good feeling about this. It just seems like the universe is like, Leo, are we going to do this or what? Like the universe is ready to like co-collaborate with you, but like, are you ready? Are you going to step up to the challenge? I think a lot of you are. That's going to lift you up, is feeling like you're putting in more effort or making some progress on a long-term goal or decision. I'm not going to lie, it's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes this is a card of opposition, but it's not a card of opposition that's meant to punish you. It's opposition that's going to give you a little bit of pushback so that you can become stronger. And I always get the metaphor of like, if you want a muscle to be strong, you got to work it out. So yeah, this pushback, maybe you fall off your feet once, right? Maybe you lose your footing. Maybe you slip. Maybe you make a mistake. Maybe, but ultimately your mistakes are going to help you, again, Capricorn, become like the master of this. So it's not that you're going to fall. You're going to lose your footing and then you're going to move forward again and you're going to approach it differently. You're going to learn in the process of doing it, but it's like, you can't learn by thinking about it or observing others. You have to throw yourself in that fiery mix and pick up the battle axe or however you want to say it. You got to exert your energy, but it's like, it feels like you're so passionate about this and you desire it. Like there's no scenario where this isn't going to work for you if you show up and do the work. And remember, you're in control of you. So if this is a relationship for some of you, you can only do you, right? You can only put your best foot forward and tell this person how you feel and put in the effort, fix the relationship, whatever. Make plans to move in together, et cetera, et cetera. You can't control what another person does. So you have to make a decision if you're with the right person. And maybe this isn't romantic. This feels very business career related to me. But I'm just saying, like, realistic expectations, as long as you're doing right by you, if your partner doesn't show up, well, then they were never meant to be your partner, right? Then you're going to attract someone else with your vibe who puts in that same amount of effort and time and dedication, passion. And you may also inspire someone else to step up and mirror what you're doing, right? You get what you give. How does Leo best support themselves? How does Leo best support themselves right now? Yeah, there's the leap of faith card. Love it. I absolutely love it. Your Aquarian friend has some good insight for you. Something about your Aquarius friends. Yeah, see how like the card of waiting and then you're met with like this energy, the bicycle. Again, 5 of Wands. It's like you got to be a little bit feisty. And Saturn energy, you have to do the work. You're going to have to pedal uphill, right? Bicycle, right? You're going to have to pedal uphill to get to that like ultimate joy and elation of being able to like cruise down and like, feel the wind through your hair. Very Leo. This is a very exciting reading for you, Leo. I hope you're feeling that way. I think I feel like the universe is asking me to relay, like, go. Like you're so ready for this. It feels very inspired. And also, like, what can lift you up? You're showing up in the sector of like, what can lift me up? You. What is holding you back? Not taking action. How do you best support yourself? Take the road less traveled. Take a leap of faith. Do something differently. Approach this differently. Get dirty. Get messy. Make mistakes. Don't be afraid of looking silly or foolish. I said this to the sign before you. It's like, be willing to suck at something really bad, because that's the first step in getting better and succeeding and becoming the master of something. In a lighthearted, fun sense, be foolish, be fun, go out and be silly, have a good sense of humor about this thing. But ultimately, the leap of faith, it's like something's going to catch you, Yeah, people who are just low in their vibe, low in their, I keep wanting to say victim mentality, and I don't know why I'm getting that. I think whatever you're about to do, it is breaking away from tradition, whatever that means to you. Maybe it's you, maybe it's your family, maybe it's your relationship, whatever it is. And I think the people around you, it's not that they're trying to be negative or naysayers. They lack faith, and they're also very concerned about you. And the way they show that is to pull you close and protect you and be like, oh, be careful. Like they're leaning into all the, well, what if this and what if that? And you're just like, no, like it's gonna work out. Like you're certain of it, and yet I think you're leaning into, or you're you're very susceptible to people's opinions and judgment on this, and the universe is saying that doesn't really concern you. Don't worry about what they think. Again, it comes from a place of love, but their love language or their acts of love in some ways are actually a little bit controlling. So just be aware of that. Just be aware of that. How do you best support yourself? So we know you're going to take the road less traveled. You're going to be silly. You're going to be fun. You're going to hang out with your Aquarian posse for some of you, or another Leo friend, Virgo, I don't know, Capricorn maybe. I'm getting a few signs off of that. And then you have the Four of Pentacles. Oh, look, there's the stability coming in. And then the Seven of Stones. So yeah, I'm gonna temper this with realistic expectations, but I just have to read the cards as I see them. When you decide to move forward on this and show the universe, I'm ready, like it's game time, I'm going to do it, you get immediate return on that promise or that showing up, right? That, I'm hearing like immediate success, immediate return. I'm not saying it's all the bells and whistles. It's not the 10 of Cups. It's not the 10 of Pentacles. It's not the full package. You get a taste of something that is so friggin' delicious. You're like, how did I not do this earlier? Like, this feels incredible. I only want to do more of this. And so it motivates you even more. You have the Seven of Wands twice, right? But honestly, the obstacles and pushback you're getting on this, yes, it may be from friends, families, your partner, whatever. Again, it's coming from a loving way. For some of you, though, it's you. It's like you're the obstacle that's stopping you. You're the one getting in the way. I think that's going to stop. I'm hoping this tarot message empowers you and gives you some insight into this. And there absolutely is a lot of unknowns about this, and you're being asked to move through it anyway, right? Don't let fear stop you and hold you back. Like, move through fear. Acknowledge that it exists, but it's just a thought. It's just a feeling. It's not necessarily true or based on truth. Again, there's all these like what if scenarios, and like nothing is guaranteed. You know, we could all be hit by a bus tomorrow, right? God forbid. But that's sort of what I'm trying to say is like, you have no reason not to try this or to roll the dice, to bet on yourself. I really, really like that. But anyway, the Four of Stones, the Four of Pentacles, stability starts to be established. And then the Seven of Stones, the Seven of Pentacles, I almost just see this as like you reap reward, you reap something from the harvest much sooner than you thought. And again, it's small, it's minuscule, but it's so in alignment with what you were wanting and desiring that comes in sooner that you're like, oh my God, I really got to roll up my sleeves and do the work here, because it's like something about it's transformational. It changes you so much that you're like, I can't imagine not ever doing this again. Like it's done. Like the decision has been made, and it's like rolling up the sleeves and doing the work. And I almost think it's the universe giving you the gift of peace of mind or insight that like, yes, this is a good choice for you. The Star, yeah, look at that. Your dreams, your wishes, your goals, they're coming into fruition. But also being aligned to your path, your destiny, also Aquarian energy, expansion of your groups, your communities, your networks, your social media platforms, things of that sort. Leo, this is awesome. This is badass energy. Let's get you I was going to say a romance angel card. Was that a sign? Maybe love's coming in. If it was next to me, I'd use it, but I don't have it, unfortunately. An angel number card. Confirmations. Let's see. I am observant. 00. So look for it on license plates, receipts, mailboxes, whatever. Angels ask for your attention. Open your eyes, listen, and think about everything that is happening. Trust your intuition and follow their guidance without any delay. Focus inward through meditation and prayer. Bottom of the deck is 12-12. I am focused. Stay focused on your best possible future and remain optimistic. Love it. Remain optimistic throughout the entire journey. Your angels are right behind you as you turn your dreams into reality. Practical self-care oracle cards. Something that Leo needs to hear, reinforced to Leo. My Leo gang out there. Those sexy cats. Those sexy lions for Leo. What does Leo need to hear? The glow up, yes. Take a day to spoil yourself. If it makes you beautiful, then do it. I can't think of a better card for you guys. Glow up. And then read. The more you read, the more you'll learn. Yeah, it would be great if you had like an ultimate plan or strategy. I think you have one in the works, but I almost think the universe is saying you don't need to have it all figured out yet, because there is going to be some fortuitous twists and turns in this path. So even if you had it completely mapped out, it's like you're not leaving any wiggle room for like the unexpected. And I think the universe is saying like, we want the unexpected. Like there's going to be some characters that meet you along this journey that are going to change the course of your destiny and your actions and your game plan. So it's like, yeah, have a rough plan. And depending on what it is, you absolutely need to have some sort of plan in the works, but leave it open for negotiations and wiggle room. Don't set it in stone yet. I think that's sort of what this is saying as well. But anyway, I was gonna say, like, read about it, do the research so that you have an idea of what you're getting yourself into. But I think you already have. So validate your past. You did the best you could. Feel and empathize with your past, not judge it. Yeah, and maybe the past is holding you guys back a little bit because maybe in the past you did take some sort of not well calculated risk, and then it kind of came back to bite you. But again, what you think and focus on is what you're going to manifest. So I would look at this as like a clean slate. This is a brand new beginning. And ultimately, you did learn something in the process of the past of maybe something being, less than ideal or not panning out the way you'd hope. But this is a new page. This is a new chapter. It's literally a new year, right? Happy New Year. Embrace it. All right. Celebrity Spirit Oracle for Leo. Who wants to speak to Leo? Princess Diana. Family and children are the most important things. Let's see. If you have chosen this card, it's because a new chapter in life awaits you. Up until now, you've conformed to your roles of work, home, and in the community. Now is the time to ask yourself, am I living an authentic life? And what is it I truly need to do now? This is the time to take stock of who you are and see all the wondrous souls within. I apologize. Have the confidence to stare deeply into your eyes with a mirror and see the amazing person you truly are. As they say, the eyes are the window to the soul. When we give freely from our hearts to others, just like the energy of karma, it comes back to us tenfold, filling our lives with so many gifts we never thought possible. You will never lack again as you will begin to flow of universal energies and abundance. Create your own happiness in your world and feel yourself grow like a beautiful sunflower. All right, so we're going to do, actually, let me roll my dice. Did I do this? I don't remember. Zodiac signs that want to come out in this reading for Leo. Collaborators, lovers, family members, whatever. Zodiac signs that want to come out in this reading for Leo. Virgo, Libra, Capricorn, and Pisces. So we're going to do a new spread. What's coming in for Leo in January? Anything that wants to come through that maybe we didn't mention yet for January of 2024. I keep saying 23, so if I did, I apologize. Mercury's still retrograde. Ooh, what's coming in? Let's see. The Three of Thunder. All right, so the Three of Swords. So major healing, but also a reconnection to your heart, opening up the heart chakra. Also, this is very specific, but good news regarding your heart for some of you. I don't know what that means, but good news regarding your heart. Something worked. There's healing. There's a better channel. There's a better connection. I mean, maybe it has to do with love. I don't know. The Ace of Wands. So passion, desire, feeling inspired, feeling motivated. Again, reaping the reward from effort that has been put into something. And I'm hearing like ricochet. What is the word, Spirit? Help me out here. I'm wanting to say there's a reaction in the cosmos. By you taking that step, it's mirrored back, and it starts like a chain of events. That's the best way I can put it. But it starts with you. You have to be the catalyst of this adventure. Oops. Anything else for Leo? The Eight of Cups. Yeah, walking away from what is no longer fulfilling. It doesn't mean it's bad. It doesn't mean you don't love this person or this thing or whatever. It's just, it's not satisfying in a way that is nourishing you, and nourishment is very much needed right now. So you may choose to put something on pause or walk away from something. For some of you, there may be another fire sign or possibly a Libra that you kind of have an on again, off again thing with. For most of you, it feels romantic. Maybe it's just like a friendship that's kind of, it's been through some things. You may kind of push pause and choose to revisit it later, but it's like, it might be a misuse of your energy right now. And so you're choosing to kind of walk away knowing that if this person is meant to come back in your life, they will. And having the faith that like, I can't control it. I've done what I've done, and like, they know where I stand, being honoring your emotions, but it's like it's Saturn in Pisces. So there's a restriction on the emotions and the love we're getting or receiving or putting into something right now. But again, it's like Saturn is like, you got to take care of your responsibilities before we start having fun and, you know, doing all the fun. Ace of Wands, it's like there's a responsibility. It's like you got to step up to the plate. And so yeah, there's some sort of emotional connection that you're giving it to the universe, being like, this is what I want, this is my desired outcome. But right now, it's like you got bigger fish to fry. For Leo. And then the Six of Stones. Yeah, you get what you give. You got the reciprocity card. So put yourself out there, share your life, share your stories, share what you're passionate about, hold the mic loud and proud. And that's going to be matched. That's going to be mirrored back to you. It's a good time to collaborate in some sort of business partnership and growth in your business, growth in your career. Donating, volunteering, giving, nursing, fostering, you know, being a caretaker, very like Princess Diana, I think was a Cancer, but nurturing energy, but expanded. It's not just, you know, maybe you have children, maybe you don't, but it's not just nurturing children. It's nurturing like your quote unquote babies, but that means your passion project. That means your family, your friends, your life. That means you, that means your heart. Being in like nurturing mom energy. Whoa. Confidence and love. 11. I'm getting Sagittarius off that card, or Libra. I don't know why. Healing herbs. One more card. That came right out. And judgment. Judgment of what? I can't just leave it there. Judgment and love. Okay, yeah. I do think for some of you, it's leaving something or someone behind and moving on because emotionally it's tapped out right now. That you may return back to that person or vice versa in the future. Others of you, there could be someone from your past coming back, especially in a business collaboration. Acts of kindness. Yeah, someone who's going to show their generosity to you and possibly impact your life or help you in a way that is very much due to you. Something about like seeking the solution or the answer, it's just not coming. It comes in the form of a person and it feels very mystical, magical. It feels very like divine timing. It's like the answer comes in the form of a person. They're going to help guide you without even knowing it. Like they say the magical words that you've been waiting to hear and you're just like, oh my God, I was not expecting it from that person. Aquarian energy can be very shocking and unpredictable, but sometimes huge breakthroughs, like, kind of, again, ingenious insights, that sort of thing. And then temperance. Yeah, someone with a Sagittarius might be firing up. Love, kindness, and sanctuary. Feeling at home with your person, especially, like Sagittarius and Libra, I'm getting a lot here. All right, that's what I got for you, Leos. Please do like the video, guys. I would so appreciate it. It helps me gain traction on YouTube, helps me grow my audience and get these messages out to people who can benefit from them. So please like the video. I would super appreciate it. Thanks for joining me today. Like, share, subscribe. I will see you soon. Bye, Leo. Hello, beautiful Virgo gang, Virgo sun, moon rising, and Venus signs. Welcome to your tarot reading. We're going to talk about you, what's holding you back, what can lift you up, how do you best support yourself, and then we're going to do a spread, anything that wants to come in regarding the month of January for Virgo. So please come into these readings with an open heart and an open mind, a desire to learn something, to better yourself. If the messages that come through don't resonate for you, please do push them aside. Trust that your intuition knows what messages are meant for you and those which you can release. Feel free to revisit these messages in the future. Sometimes they will make more sense in the future, as tarot frequently does. You are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. Let's set the intention to get Virgo some clear, helpful, insightful messages for the month of January. Virgo, you skipped the line. I was supposed to do Leo next, and for some reason, the universe wanted it this way. All right, so what is holding you back? Interesting. You have a great card of work. The sun in Virgo, so that's like a really strong Virgo card. Maybe an obsession with work, a dedication to work, which, anything in moderation is fine. But yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if some of you guys are feeling overworked, especially in Capricorn season. It's forcing all the signs to kind of step up and do some serious work. But I'm almost, with the pages coming through, I'm almost thinking for some of you, you're missing out on like an opportunity to have fun. Something silly, something frivolous, but ultimately it would be really good for like your soul. Hopefully you're not rolling your eyes at me already, but yeah, it's almost like a workaholic of a vibe. That's what's holding you back. And also, I'm almost getting the idea of like there's safety and security and consistency in that routine. And, like, what if you were to break away from that routine? What would possibly happen? Some fun things with the Page of Swords. Some of you maybe need to spend more time with your kids. Some of you maybe need to work on repairing a relationship with a sibling. And some of you need to go out and date and have fun and welcome romance into your life. Yeah, the Ten of Wands. This is like the happiest Ten of Wands, I have to say. I absolutely love this deck. I think it's cute. But ultimately, the Ten of Wands is about releasing what has become burdensome, but not in a way where we see the benefit of sort of this tenacity and stick-to-itness. I'm hoping that makes sense to you guys. But it's like sometimes we're making things harder than they need to be. It's almost like this focus and dedication, while it's admirable, if you're trying to solve a problem and you're just like, I got to be in the zone and I'm just, I'm going to be at the office late tonight and blah, 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 blah. If you're looking for some sort of solution, it's not going to come that way. The solution is going to come by like stepping away, the zoom out, seeing the forest from the trees, quite literally, as these people are camping. And they just look like they're having the best time ever. Some of you may literally get an invite to go hang out with a group of friends, to go camping, to go on a mini vacation, to go on a road trip. If that's the case, do it. The Page of Wands is a very good card for small travel, curiosity, exploration, flirtation, being in the role of student, ultimately, like wanting to learn and experience things, feeling inspired by those around us. Some of you may get an offer from a friend who wants to collaborate with you, or a friend who wants to build something with you, potentially romantically. It doesn't have to be. I love this card. It feels so good. Some of you, you've been toying with picking back up an instrument or incorporating more music and art into your life, and the universe is like, yes, you need to do that. You need to get warmth from the people in your network, from the people around you. There's very much almost like this hermity type mode of, again, like workaholic. And I don't mean to offend, right? I mean, it seems like you're crushing it. But if you're not, then again, underscore the fact that you need to step away from it, fresh perspective, get some fresh air, come back to it with a new set of eyes on a different day. And then let's see, what can lift you up, Virgo? Again, travel, flirtations, leaning into your inner child, your energy, your enthusiasm. Let's see. Yeah, the Fool. Let it go. Set it free. Take a deep breath and exhale. Go out into nature. Get some fresh air. Do something that goes against tradition for you and your routine and your schedule. Do something out of the ordinary. Do something experimental. Try something new. Say yes. If an opportunity comes along, take it as a sign from the universe that it's something you're meant to explore. Some of you are going to have a really solid foundation in, I don't know, I'm kind of sensing this could turn romantic. Obviously, that's not for all of you, but if you are open to that and kind of looking for it, but also you kind of know you're self-sabotaging because you're not totally putting yourself out there, I almost get the idea like you may have connected with someone online and like you exchanged a few messages, but nothing ever came of it. You should reinvigorate that text chain or that email, that conversation, be like, hey, want to go out? Because it's the start of something that could have a really nice growth, something that could be a little bit more lasting than just like a one-off or whatever. The Four of Sticks is the Four of Wands. So that's the 11-11. That's divine timing. That's soulmate energy. It frequently has to do with things in the house and the home. It can be a marriage card. It can be a contracts card. But yeah, there's something kind of mystical and divine about it. I think it's very fortuitous. What's interesting, though, is the person in this Four of Wands, they've plateaued a little bit. It's a very interesting depiction. It's a unique one. Usually there's always two people and there isn't here. I think this is two energies coming in. It's like you guys finding each other. You guys finally meeting up. I sense that you're thinking about them, and I think there's like a warm, I think passionate might be too strong, but I think there's a warm, maybe flirtatious kind of connection here. I think you're curious. I think you're intrigued. I think this person makes you smile and vice versa. And I don't know, I'm wanting to say, like, why aren't you guys hanging out? Why aren't you getting together? And if this isn't romantic, this is like a really strong friendship. This is a really strong energy that's coming into your orbit here. Business collabs, maybe this person is going to help solve the work problem, or they're going to have this innovative genius, Aquarian energy, fresh idea on how to approach the situation, or how to fix something at work, or fix fix something in your house, right? Maybe something in your house isn't working or malfunctioning or broken, and maybe they know the repairman that's going to take care of you, or you know what I mean? It's like you're gaining nothing by being isolated and in hermit mode. Be around people. Force yourself to go out and be social, because here's the thing, even though it might be like, I'm literally seeing Velcro being unstuck. As much as you may not love the idea of going out and being the social butterfly right now, it's going to be really good for you. And something very beneficial comes out of it. There's like a fortuitous connection there. And that kind of makes sense too, right? We're in Capricorn season when I'm recording this. That's your dating life, right? That's your 5th house of dating, of pleasure, of fun, of creativity, of hobbies. Get it, Virgo. What are you doing? What are you doing? All right. And then how do I support myself best? So how does Virgo support themselves best? I'm sort of seeing this as like, this is the brick in the path of a new walkway that you're building. I think you have to start small and have realistic expectations. But I mean that more in the optimistic sense. I see sort of a fear of opening up. I see like a fear of being rejected or being shut down when like you have so much to offer. You have all these great skills and qualities. You're fun, you're affectionate, you're compassionate, you're loyal, you're dedicated. Like you're a catch, Virgo. So make sure you see that. Know your value and know your worth. And not only that, put it out there for other people to see and recognize. Don't be humble. You're like, oh please. Oh please. Put yourself out there in any sense of the word. 5 of Sticks. Yeah, I think there's definitely like an internal grappling, the 5 of Wands. There's like the desire and there's the desire to move forward, but the motivation isn't quite there. But it's almost like rather than waiting for the inspiration to come, rather than waiting for that lightning bolt, that epiphany, that strike of, oh my God, it's time. Just start anyway, knowing that like you don't need to have the roadmap all figured out. It's like just take a risk, take the road less traveled. Again, do something out of the ordinary for you, and the path is going to be revealed as you start to go down it. It's like the path isn't going to be revealed while you're there sitting thinking about it. You have to go out and find it. You have to explore. You have to have sort of an adventurous spirit right now. This is actually a really cute message. I like it. All right, for Virgo. Angel numbers, look for it on license plates, receipts, phone numbers, anything, mailboxes for Virgo. For Virgo. 5-5, I am evolving. Substantial change is in your future. Embrace the change, a need to overcome your insecurities and let go of your fears. So look for 5s. 5s are all about change and conflict, but it's funny, I showed this card to someone else. I always keep this on my tarot table because it's kind of one of my guiding principles, right? If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. Challenges are good. They don't always feel that way at the time, but I don't got to tell you that, Virgo. You already know. All right. Self-care oracle. What can we share with Virgo that might be of use? Something they need to hear or something that needs to be reinforced? Release your doubt. You've been here before. Trust yourself and believe in your own strength to own your life. Yeah, don't wait for permission to go live your life or do the thing that you're wanting to do. Don't wait for other people to clear their schedule out to make it happen for you. You have to do it for yourself. Even if that means maybe, I'm almost going to say don't be pushed into a corner. Don't be looking for permission or approval or waiting for someone else to give you the go-ahead. It's like you got to do it and you're going to find your people. So you may have to leave something or someone behind for a bit in order to go off on this, I'll say mini adventure, whatever it is. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. 8s are about liberation, so you need to liberate yourself from work or some sort of responsibility or duty. I'm not saying forever. I'm saying for a bit, at least for the weekend, right? Or whatever. Then Virgo, past life connection. Someone with a heavy influence from your past life is with you. Oh, I love that. So maybe a little angel guide. Or maybe this is a past soulmate that's coming back in for those who are into that sort of thing. One more card for Virgo. Awakening, a realization, shift, or discovery. A lot of water in that card. I'm wanting to say Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces for some of you. And then home needs TLC. Give your home some attention. Redecorate, clean, or sage it. All right, zodiac signs that want to come out in this reading for Virgo. Any zodiac signs that want to present? You have Libra, Taurus, Cancer, and Taurus again. Double Tauruses. And Capricorn. Love it. Love it. All right, we're going to talk about what's coming in January. We're just going to wrap this little spread up with an oracle card. celebrity spirit oracle. Who wants to come through and speak to Virgo or give them advice or guidance on their current situation? The month of January. Whoa, too many, but I'll take this one. Steve Irwin, give it your best shot. I love that. I actually don't know his sign. Leave it in the comments if you know his sign. I feel like he could be a Virgo, maybe. No, he's not. I don't know. I have no idea. I won't even guess because I'll be wrong. Let's see. The message, the meaning. Oh, wow. This is a long one. Okay. When you select this card, it is a reminder to make a stand as the world needs you to let go of your fears and step up to the challenge that is presenting itself. Now is the time to believe you have all the innate power, energy and strength within your soul memory to overcome obstacles and achieve certain goals by believing in yourself and marching forward. You are now being called to begin what you are passionate about in life. Listen carefully to the whispers of your heart's desire and do not take a back seat, because this is part of your spiritual contract and what you signed up for in the spirit world. To do this, no matter what the cause or odds, so long as it resonates with you. It is important to explore and listen to the gentle rumblings of your mind, your beliefs and ideas, as the harbingers of your future and what you can accomplish, as their importance matters very deeply to the way you want to live your life in the world today. Your soul's purpose is now awakening, and it's time to stand up for what you believe in, passionately follow your own spiritual path and and show the world how it's done. Guys, Mercury retrograde, I'm struggling big time. Bear with me. This is the time for you to believe in yourself, contribute to the world, and help mankind as it's a knowing and feeling that resonates with every cell in your body, thought, and memory. Be true to yourself, focus on what you truly love, and begin building your constructive ideas into solid foundations to make a difference in the world. By doing this, others will follow and collectively join together in the cause you desire. Don't be afraid. Move forward out of the darkness. It is the long hoped for and expected triumph of the consciousness over the unconscious. All right, Steve Irwin Spirit. Ooh, that was a mouthful. All right, what's coming in for Virgo? In January of 2024. I may have said 2023 earlier, as it happens. The Empress, abundance, self-love, generosity, listening to your heart. Maybe something with a Taurus. Maybe motherhood. Maybe more focus on your kids. The Eight of Thunder, the Eight of Swords. Yeah, busting free from self-imposed limitations, barriers, silencing your inner critic, and again, getting out of your comfort zone to pursue something that it's already in alignment with your heart. We just have to get your head on board and like the confidence to know that you can do it. And then the Four of Wands, again, interesting. So I think some sort of relationship, whether it's romantic or not, that allows you a tremendous sense of empowerment and freedom and an encouragement, but also I guess a freedom is the right word, to be yourself unapologetically, to own your quirks and the things that maybe you used to hide about yourself or your vulnerabilities that you used to keep hidden or private. All of a sudden, it's like you're able to shout them from a rooftop because you don't see them as a limitation anymore. It's like kind of like your wounds or your wisdom, something similar to that. It's like the things that you were once embarrassed about or self-conscious of, you meet a person who actually loves those traits about you or celebrates them, or maybe you meet someone who also struggles with that issue, and there's something very freeing and liberating knowing that you guys are at it together. You're not alone in this battle. There's like a victory. Some of you are going to move houses, change houses. Some of you, a travel opportunity is going to be something you're really excited about, and you're quite literally going to like spread your wings and fly. Something to do, that's funny, when I said that, like airplanes, pilots, I don't know, some of you may be getting a pilot's license or know somebody who is. Something to do with air travel. Again, super specific message, not for everybody, but... Anything else for Virgo? What's coming in? And then the Root of Thunder. Okay, so that's the Knight of Swords. So important news, important messages, strong communications about love. So it could be something romantic. There could be some sort of proposal to move in together, or some sort of proposal from a friend, lover, partner to take your relationship to the next level. And if it's not your specific intimate romantic relationship, if we zoom out, there could be relationships in general that are feeling like you're very strongly bonded to the people around you. You have a good support system. There's lots of loyalty. There's an authentic expression of emotion. And you may be working your way through healing some family issues as well. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Some of you may be adopting a new pet, or it's almost like a new pet finds you. You may end up taking one in, or fostering one, and then you decide to keep it. Or even if you don't, it's like taking in some sort of pet and nursing them back to health. It's very symbolic of what the universe is doing for you in the month of January. Love it. So a transformation. I wanted to say spiritual transformation here. Shedding of the old skin, becoming the more authentic, real, truest version of yourself. I don't know why I want to say this, but you know the expression like, oh, there's a snake in the grass? It's like, oh, there's someone who's, out to get you, malicious. It's not that. I'm getting this idea of there's a snake in the grass, but I'm going to move forward anyway. This is going to be a clunky metaphor, but it's like you have this giant field to cross. Somewhere in this giant field, there's a snake, but you don't know where it is. And so what, are you not going to cross the field to get to your destination? No, of course you are. There's an element of taking a calculated risk here. And again, not leaning into the fear of what could be, stopping you from going forward. It's like there's a snake in the grass, but it's fine. Like I'm going to do me, they're going to do them. We're going to leave each other alone. It's not like the traditional message where it's like, oh, something to be feared, who's out to get you. It's not that. It's like, why are you letting little things stop you from pursuing your dreams? You're not going to anymore. Something with a Scorpio too may show up here, especially with this Four of Wands. A lifelong partner with a Scorpio, a partnership, a collaboration with a Scorpio. Honesty. Someone may profess feelings for you. So that's for some of you. Others of you, your boss, your supervisor is going to give you some constructive criticism. And prior to this whole kind of awakening and experience, you would have been very down on yourself, beating yourself up, taking it very personally. You get some constructive criticism from someone, and it's not like your head is on the chopping block. No, it's quite the opposite. It's almost like we want to promote you, but we need you to work on this before we can get there. Before you would have been like, oh my God, like why am I not good enough? Again, super self-critical. Capricorn season, right? It's a hard, heavy Saturnian energy. Now, when this person approaches you with constructive criticism, you're like, okay, cool. I'll take that into consideration. You let it just roll right off your shoulders. Some of you're not going to invest in the advice at all because it doesn't really affect you or impact you. It's almost like unsolicited advice. Some of you are going to be like, oh, okay, cool. Like that's a good tip. Like I'm going to show up and do this better. I'm going to work out that muscle and make it stronger, that type of thing. Others of you, it's just like, yeah, okay, cool. And you let it roll and you're like, yeah, whatever. Like, I know I'm doing good, so whatever. This person can go kick a bucket. Especially if you have a supervisor who you don't like and you kind of know that their fate and destiny is not long at your place of work. It's almost like management change and someone is supervising you and working over you and you're just like, yeah, this person is not, they don't know what's up. And you do. They may give you advice or, again, constructive criticism. And again, it's just like, yeah, okay, cool. It's just like smile and nod, but you're going to do you anyway because it's true. You know what's right for you. Very specific message again. Wolf spirit and family healing. I'll put that next to the 10 of Cups. That's so pretty. I love that. All right, Virgos, that's what I got for you. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye. Hello, Libra gang, Libra sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. Welcome to my tarot channel. Welcome to your tarot reading. This is going to be more about you. If you're interested in love, check out the last reel of readings I did. Those were all about love and your person. So we're going to do a quick spread, a 3-card spread about you, and then we're just going to do a general what's coming in for you in January. So that may include messages of love. Whatever comes through, I will relay to you. Please come into this reading with an open heart, an open mind, a desire to learn something and better yourself. The messages that come through don't resonate, feel free to push them aside. You may want to revisit them at a later date. You are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. This is, of course, optional advice, guidance, and energy check-in. So for Libra, let's start with what is holding you back. Something you want to move forward with, but you're having some sort of inner conflict. Also, I'm almost getting like bullying energy too. If it's not internal, and it's probably both, but if it's not like kind of this internal, ooh, I want to, but I can't, or I don't know how to approach it, even though it feels right or whatever, it could be that there's like, I don't know, there's like bullying energy around you, or someone who, I don't know, someone who just kind of thinks, they're God's gift and that their word is gospel and that kind of thing. And so it's kind of impacting you and your ability to see the situation clearly. Others of you, I don't know how to take this yet. We're going to keep going, but there could also be something about like a sexual connection here. It's coming up with what's holding you back. But yeah, I don't know. Let's hang in there a little bit. Also, for a lot of you, I think it has to do with expressing yourself, like Sun, Leo energy. That's, ultimately we all have a Sun placement. So Sun and Libra, you're meant to express your inner truth. You're meant to express and find connection and harmony in life, right? And so there could be some sort of, like dimming your light to fit in, or not feeling like it's safe to shine or speak the truth. Okay, so more so than anything, I think that's what it is for a lot of you. I think it's sort of like the courage to do what's right, or the courage to speak up, or the courage to move forward with something despite the haters or the naysayers or the doubters, right? As well as your own self-doubt. Interesting. What can help lift Libra up? What can help lift them up in this scenario? What's going to lift them up? Being true to yourself, being the boss, right? Going into Emperor mode. It's very interesting that you have opposing dynamics. That does make me think that there's external opposition to you as well. Maybe it's competition, right? It doesn't have to be evil or malicious, but maybe you're gunning for like a position at work, like a supervisor role, and there's someone else like quite literally opposing you. It's like there's competition maybe, especially because it's falling on that same axis of like Aries Libra, the self versus the other. For some of you, I think it's more, and again, I'm not trying to generalize or stereotype, just in this reading, I almost think it's more comfortable for you to step back and allow the other person to shine, because that way it doesn't cause kind of this friction. But I think the universe is asking you to get comfortable with the friction, because ultimately you're denying yourself some sort of wonderful opportunity by sort of taking the back seat. I hope that makes sense. And yeah, you have the King of Fire, so like let your passion shine. And then Queen of Cups, it's like there's a lot of love, there's a lot of feeling for whatever this is. And sort of the idea of like trying to deny it or resist it when I actually think it's very true. So maybe this is a love reading for some of you, right? Maybe it's with your Aries or your fire sign. Maybe it's with a fellow Libra. You definitely have a lot of Leo energy coming through here. Maybe there's a Cancerian involved, whatever. There could be an honest conversation also that you need to have with a spouse, a partner, a friend, I don't know if it's family. I'm not getting that too much, but take it and run with it if it serves you. A confrontation of sorts that, it's going to make it a little bit uncomfortable, but ultimately if you move forward with the truth, no matter what the results are, I think you're going to feel like a weight has been lifted, trying to get something off your shoulder that like you've been suppressing because you don't like the idea of rocking the boat or agitating someone, or again, causing that friction. It's funny. I just keep hearing like cause friction. Just do it. And like this so doesn't seem like a Libra message to me, but maybe it is. I don't know your story. Everybody is wildly different out there, right? But I'm almost getting like there's fear around a situation regarding physical intimacy or sex, or maybe it's body issues, right? And again, I think the message is the same as like cause friction. Do you get my metaphor here? It's like, I don't know, King of Wands, Aries energy, that's very passionate. That's very sexual. I don't know, with the Queen of Cups, it's like loving yourself, owning who you are and your body and all your quirks and flaws, as well as all the like amazing badass qualities you have. Like, I don't know, I get the idea that this person is interested in you, and I don't know, I sort of think you sense it too. I mean, maybe you guys are already dating, but it hasn't sort of escalated to a higher level. And I'm sort of getting like, what are you waiting for? Is there issues of truth and trust? I don't know. For a very small percentage of you, you may already know that this person isn't entirely single, in which case, I mean, I'm definitely not a big advocate for like, jump in head first. Like, I would maybe make sure I would make sure you guys are on the same page, right? I would just be careful of that. But maybe that's exactly what it is for some of you. Maybe it's like it's like an obsession. It's like all you can think about is sort of like the passion and the lust and what you want to do with this person. But maybe for some of you, you can't because there's still like a third party involved. There are a lot of people coming through here, but I would challenge you to view this in multiple ways too. Like, yes, maybe you're being asked to hold back on the passionate connection and go to bed with this person because it's a little more complicated. But if you're also at work, right? Maybe there's two scenarios here, and again, you're dimming your light to fit in or not wanting to cause waves, or you don't want to offend anyone or seem like you're being too cutthroat. Maybe this is the group of people who are actually going to help inspire, but I want to use the word escalate, like push you to be the best version of yourself, even if it comes with a little bit of uncomfortable competition, friction, nudging. It's like I keep getting like this push, like the universe is pushing you to step up and do something that I think you have some fear and insecurities for sure. But these are powerful cards. So in some ways, yes, fierce competitors, but also people who are great to have in your network of people who can help you find success, mentors, people who can guide you, people who can advise you, people who can share their own knowledge with you. And you have higher court cards too. It's not like a shady person who's going to tell you the wrong thing. Like, you have some really good cards here. You may be entering into a contract with a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You may be up for a very high position at work. So like quite literally what's going to lift you up, what's going to push you up the quote unquote corporate ladder, potentially this role, this job, this position. But you are going to have to learn how to disappoint people and not feel bad about it. And again, you have a lot of integrity behind you. You have a lot of compassion. So yeah, it's like this, if you step into this role or this, whatever this is, it's going to require you to have better boundaries and being able to disappoint people and say no and not feel like guilty and ashamed or take it home with you, right? Yeah, boundaries, like stepping up into that leadership authority position. And then how does Libra best support themselves right now? What can Libra do for themselves? Take care of your body. Be cognizant of your overspending and money issues. Communicate honestly with your person. There's a lot of messages to the Five of Pentacles. Fives are like you're in the thick of it, like something's up, right? But because it's coming out as your advice, I think it's like recognizing where you're at and understanding this is a moment. This is not your forever story. I also think there's an uncomfortable situation with a person or many people in your life. I'm thinking it's one-on-one. I don't know if it's your spouse, your whatever, your coworker. I think it's, instead of looking at them as the enemy, look at them as an ally, a counterpart of some sort. And I know that might be hard for you to wrap your head around if this is like someone at work. But yeah, rather than going in with this victim mentality of I'm going to get hurt, I think you're being asked to step into like that opposition of Aries energy. Who's like, I got to take the reins. Like I got to take control of the situation. And by taking control of the situation, you can only control you. You can only take care of you, but don't allow this person to make you feel small or minimize you. Like that, absolutely not. You got to stick up for yourself. And also, I always say with this card, it's like situational awareness. It's like these people are walking through the snow barefoot on crutches. They're not talking to each other. If they maybe put their minds together, they would realize like they're outside a stained glass window. There's a church. It's just so dark, they're having trouble seeing it. And so that's where it's like, we got to see the forest from the trees here. Like there's actually help available to us, to me, however you want to say this. But like, and it's already in our network. It's already in our energy. It's in our space. But are we aware of it? Are we in a high enough vibration to actually see it and spot it and take advantage of it? Because otherwise this trudge through the snow, it's going to be a long one, right? But it doesn't have to be. I always think health and body and wellness is a very big indicator of things that are posing challenges with the Five of Pentacles. So take care of yourself. And again, avoiding a conflict or avoiding a conversation because you don't want to deal with the conflict is not reason enough to not move forward with it. It's not about, pretending that fear doesn't exist. It's about acknowledging it and moving through it anyway, right? That's courage. That's courage. Yeah, healing and wellness is big for you guys. Know that the divine is supporting you in all your endeavors. Yeah, I'm wanting to say this is a process. It's not an overnight success story. It's not a Cinderella story, but the Knight of Pentacles is the most reliable knight. He will get it done. If you tell him to do something, he'll do it, but he's going to do it in his own time because he wants to do it right. He wants to do it correctly. Maybe some of you need to approach a Sagittarius about something. Maybe some of you are interested in a career involving health, wellness, healing. Maybe some of you are in in the pits, I want to say, of some sort of medical issue that it's like you're not really seeing the light of day or the light at the end of the tunnel. And this to me is saying there is light at the end of the tunnel. You just can't see it yet. But look for the signs, right? And I don't do like scary forecasts, or that's just not my style. But some of you flat out know like you're going through a bit of a health battle right now. Maybe it's mental health. I don't know. Yeah, maybe you're trying to lose weight, right? It could be a lot of things, and you're just like, it's like never ending. I don't feel like I'm gaining progress. You're gaining progress literally every day, but it's minute, so you don't see it, but it's going to add up over time. Like, don't look at it in terms of the day to day. Look at it in terms of the week to week or the month to month. That's going to help. That's going to help support you. All right, what is coming in? Actually, let's get some. So we're going to do a spread about what's coming in the new year. Let me just throw some oracle cards at you first. Some angel numbers that Libra needs to look out for, numbers that Libra should be looking out for, mailboxes, receipts, phone numbers, anywhere. Let's see, 11, I am intuitive. You have a keen awareness of what is happening around you, a strong intuition, and your gift and will help you understand the unspoken feelings and thoughts of others. This insight allows you to be a great guide and supporter. Oops. And then this feels warranted, the self-care oracle. What can we tell Libra? And if for any reason the storyline of being in love with someone who isn't necessarily available to you, I'm going to tell you this. It doesn't mean there isn't love and passion there. I think there is. I would say it swings more on the passionate sexual side than the actual like deep, let's build something. So I think your best advice or guidance, if that's your story, if you're barking up the wrong tree and it's just not, it's not giving you anything back, I think you're being asked to detach from it for the moment and keep on keeping on. And if you guys are meant to be together, trust that the universe is going to make that happen. But again, like the idea of control issues, you can only do so much. You can't control this person. You can't control third party stuff. So maintain your integrity though. Don't dim your light. Don't treat yourself like the side piece. Don't put yourself in that category of not being the most important person in your life, because you are. And if you don't view it that way, you need to do some self-love and some work. All right, get a reading. Use the divination to understand your desires and your path. Well, you just did, but maybe you need a more in-depth reading. And then escape materialism. Shift your focus away from material and develop a healthy inner world. One more for Libra. Anything else? Oops, you got a whole bunch. Open up. You're being asked to open up your heart to another, to let down your walls, and trust that they want what's best for you. Your life will open up in wonderful ways once you decide to open up. Home needs and TLC. Give your home some attention, redecorate, clean, or sage it. Can you guys see those? Validate your past. You did the best you could. Feel and empathize with your past. Do not judge it. And then shadow work. Uncover every part of you that has been repressed and abandoned. All right. And then celebrity spirit oracle. And then we'll do your January spread. What celebrity spirit oracle wants to advise or guide Libra here? Let's see. George Michael. I love George Michael. He's a Cancer. Let's see. 36. The last one of the deck, I think. There we go. All right. If you have received this card today, you have the ability to navigate through different levels of consciousness, dream and waking states, and the astral plane. You have the ability to give things a go. Once you have a clearer picture in your mind, you will be successful. You have innate goodness, and good things come to those with clear intentions who can wait. All right. What's coming in for Libra in January of 2024? Happy New Year, guys. What's coming in for Libra? What's coming in for Libra? Your wish fulfillment, 9 of Cups. This is reminding yourself, remembering, and actually living the truth of what a badass you are. Of how much good you bring to the world, and knowing that if you let that light shine, your whole truth, that's going to be mirrored back to you. But you might be attracting relationships right now that are mirroring like the fears and insecurities that you're having regarding some other opportunity. But it's interesting, like it's being pulled into you in different categories of life. I hope that makes sense. And then the Flower of Cups, the King of Cups. There you go. And look, up here you have the Queen of Cups. So maybe there's going to be a good pairing, a good matching here in any sense of the word. Six of Stones, reciprocity, love it. And then let's see, the Root of Wands. So that's the Page of Wands. Is it? No. The Root, I think, is the Knight. Hold on. Yeah, the Seed is the Page. The Root is the Knight. Then this is the Queen of Cups, I think, right? No. Flower and then Harvest. Yeah, the Flower is the Queen and then the Harvest is the King. Okay, that took me a minute. This is a new deck. I'm still learning it, so bear with me. All right, so the Knight of Wands. Yeah, getting your passion back. Moving towards things with excitement, with feeling inspired, with optimism, with enthusiasm. There could be some travel plans that get delayed in January, but they are still going to come to fruition. But it may actually be a delay that is a gift from the universe. I don't know why I'm getting this, but it's almost like something gets put on hold that you were going to move forward with. But in the meantime, something else comes into you and you needed that time to focus on whatever this task or priority or responsibility is. But for those who have like client-based work, it's like you actually get like a one-off opportunity to work with a client or something of the sort, where had you been away or traveling or gone to do that thing, that conference, that study thing, whatever, you wouldn't have been able to accept the gift of that connection. And maybe it's romantic, right? So it's like divine timing is playing a very big part in your reading here. I like that Queen of Cups. Trust your intuition. And look at money as an energy. Look at money as someone you're trying to manifest a romantic relationship with, right? It's like money likes you. Money feels good with you. Money feels safe with you, right? It's like that type of energy. The Devil, yeah, overcoming fear. Possibly some wish fulfillment with a Capricorn, or in terms of your recognition and status at work. I put it right next to the Nine of Cups. So it could be that a lot of you may resume, I don't know why I wanted to use that word, accept some sort of higher, my words are jumbled. I'm hearing hierarchy. Here, you may accept some sort of higher position at work. And I'm not saying all of you are going up the corporate ladder, but metaphorically, it's like you get some sort of bigger opportunity. But it is going to require a greater sense of control, a greater sense of seriousness. There's a lot of responsibility there. I do think there's a Capricorn who might be interested in you as well, especially if you have strong Cancer in your chart. It would not be surprising for a lot of my, would not be surprising to me if a lot of my Libras had Cancer placements, especially Cancer rising. Just putting it out there. Dear Spirit, gentle, lovely, peaceful. Yeah, make sure when you move forward in any opportunity, business, romantic, or otherwise, does it make you happy? Does it bring you peace? And does it honor and respect your inner child? Those are things I kind of like to ask. I think those are important. It kind of helps align you to like, am I actually doing something good, or am I kind of getting this false sense of what's going to come? Compassion. I think there's a gentle energy coming in. I also think you guys are very strongly attached to your spirit guides. If you were close to a relative of any kind who's no longer here with us in the 3D, I feel like you're going to get messages from them. maybe through the 11 work. I don't know. As above, so below. And one more for Libra. And then Eagle Spirit. That makes me think of Scorpio. Whoop, that card kind of wants to be seen. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Temperance. There's your Sagittarius again. Again, health, wellness, healing, going on some expedition, getting outside, exercising, visiting some national monument. I don't know what that is, but getting outside your comfort zone. Something about a temple or like a sanctuary or a spiritual place, a religious place. Some of you just have like a destination close to your house or whatever that you go to, and it feels very spiritual. It feels very like, I can relax here. If it's, it's by a bog, or it's by a river, or it's, by, I don't know, fill in the blank. It's like, go to your spot. That's what I'm hearing. Go to your spot. Yeah, release control and embrace the unknown. Some of you are going to need to take a leap of faith. And when you take that leap of faith, really challenge yourself to not sink into the fear, but rather think of all the good things that could come out of this. Also, maybe some Aquarian energy coming through here. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye, Libra. What's up, Scorpio gang? Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Welcome to your January 2024 tarot reading. We're going to do a 3-card spread about you, what's holding you back, what can lift you up, how do you best support yourself, and then we'll just do a general spread. We'll see what comes out in terms of what's coming to you in January of 2024. Happy New Year. Please come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind. You guys know the drill, right? desire to learn something to better yourself. If the messages that come through don't resonate for you, that's totally fine. Please push them aside. Don't take action on anything that feels strange or foreign. Trust your intuition. Trust that you will separate what messages are for you and which ones are not. You are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. This is optional advice, guidance, and an energy check-in for Scorpio. Let's set the intention to get them some clear, helpful, insightful messages. That's my spiel. Let's do it, Scorpio. Let's do it, Scorpio. Oof, you're killing me. Really? Already? Already with the Ten of Swords? No, this actually might be good. Two of Cups. Maybe a strong connection. All right, let's see. So what is holding Scorpio back? Quite literally holding back, not moving forward with something. The Four of Pentacles is a nice card. Any four in tarot has to do with safety, stability, security. But at what point are we so caught up in that regular system, pattern, routine that we're not taking risks or stepping outside our comfort zone in ways where they could actually benefit us? Nothing ever stays the same forever, and I think for some of you there's a fear of either letting go of something to make room for something else, or again branching out into some uncharted territory. I think there's a lot to be gained here, but I'm almost getting maybe a little bit of like hermit mode or isolation. And I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. With the Four of Pentacles, it can be kind of like material stuff, like the physical, tangible stuff you can reach out and touch. I'm hearing that expression like, if you're trying to like declutter your space and you have too much, it's like, at what point does the stuff you own actually start owning you? Do you know what I mean? You may have too much stuff and it's just like, I'm not saying hoarders, but kind of like there might be a need to release and let go, or, you know, true to Scorpio, transform it into something else so that it feels fresh and alive again. Maybe you're doing that with your heart. What's holding you back? The Four of Blades. Okay. So the Four of Swords is typically a card of rest and meditation, contemplation, finding inner peace, doing the healing work after some sort of difficulty or disappointment. But honestly, 2 fours, it's like, it's not wrong, but I think you're staying in the comfort zone a little bit. It's easier to sit on the bench and watch the players play the game than to actually get out there and immerse yourself in it. I don't know why for some of you that this might be romantic, but I don't know, maybe it's just, you know, setting goals in the new year to have a more active social life. And, you know, maybe there's a reason why you had to take a few seasons on the bleachers, right? Maybe you truly were healing from something, but I think you're more ready than you think you are to put yourself out there and start making new connections. Maybe it's applying to a new job if you've been in kind of a dead-end job for a while and you just don't like it. And you know, you have to use your own judgment, take calculated risks. Obviously, if you surviving is reliant on the one job you have, then you can't just up and quit. But you know this, Scorpio, I don't have to tell you that. But maybe it's time to branch out and, like, you know, throw your name in the hat, see what else is out there for you. Maybe it's getting on dating apps. Maybe it's, again, branching out of your territory, even though I think it scares you a little bit, because what would you have to release in order to embrace a new beginning? I think that's worth asking. And I think too, if this has to do with love and romance, it's like, by branching out and being vulnerable and putting yourself out there, yeah, you risk getting your heart broken, but that's love, right? It's never easy. But I will say the beginnings of it should be, right? It doesn't need to be overly complex. Maybe you're overthinking things. I feel like there's a connection, even just friendship wise, of someone who's like inviting you places and like, hey, do you want to come join us? Do you want to do this? And you're kind of like, no, I can't. But then you're like, oh, I kind of wanted to though. Like, I think you're talking yourself out of situations that could actually be quite fun and pleasurable for you. I think we need to turn up the heat. We need to turn up the gas. We need to let the fire burn. We need to feel inspired again. We need to feel warmth. We need to feel any sort of connections around us, right? Try not to isolate. That might be holding you back. And then what can lift you up? Detaching yourself from things that have been disappointing in your past, walking away from something that is no longer emotionally fulfilling anymore. So this might be a job, right? I like the Eight of Cups. I kind of think it's like the unsung hero of the deck. Sometimes. It's a card of bravery and courage, right? That red passion, right? We were talking about turning the inspiration up, getting the flames higher to go. It's like honoring that really it's the soul, right? You know, earth is the body. Swords of the mind, cups are the emotions, and like the fire, that's the soul. That's the passion, right? The things that we feel, the things that make us feel alive. What lights your fire? We need to start chasing those more actively or making strides to move forward, because it just feels stuck and stagnant. And I want to reiterate, it's not bad. Fours are very solid cards, but eventually it's like we got to bust out of our shell and do something new, or else anything that's stagnant isn't going to help you. Like literally your energy will stop flowing, right? You gotta mix it up. You gotta get out there and do something. And I do think there's like a risk aversion for you is a big word this week, Scorpio. It's like, yeah, but if I do that, what if it doesn't work out? What if it does? Like positivity, right? There's a Pisces card here, right? So Pisces is ruled by Jupiter and Neptune, right? So it's a very dreamy, like, let's just immerse ourselves in all that life has to offer, and let's love everybody unconditionally. And like, don't get me wrong, there can be problems with that, but I almost think that if that's what's going to help lift you up, turn to your faith, turn to spirituality, turn to loving, sympathetic, compassionate, healing connections. Healing connections are going to be very, very important to you. Trust your intuition, right? That's why there's a moon there in that card, right? And then the Ace of Cups, yeah, like putting yourself out there again, applying to that job, expressing love to the people you love most, being vulnerable, putting yourself out there. And it's interesting that the Ace of Cups, it has a lid on it here. And I feel like that's so in line with what I've been feeling for you, Scorp. It's like it's gonna slowly get comfortable to come back from something that maybe took a toll on you. The Three of Swords is not here, but it's indicating to me that you recently have gone through something that was maybe a little bit traumatic, or, battling some inner demons, whatever that is. You're at a better place of stability now, but at what point is that holding you back? I think slowly you're going to start to, it's interesting, 8 of Cups plus 1 equals the 9 of Cups, right? So it's like we're moving towards our wish fulfillment, but it's a slow and steady process. And honestly, I think that's okay. I don't think you need to rush into anything, because I think your stability and balance is very important, as it should be. So you don't want to rock the boat too much, but I think you do need to roll the dice a little bit and take some sort of calculated risk, and slowly open up when you're comfortable. Establish some sort of peace and harmony in your life and relationships. Go hang out by water, right? You're a water sign, so I don't know, go to the mountains, go to a lake, go to the ocean, jump in a pool, I don't care, but like spend time by water. And honestly, something about drinking more water, I think that would be good for you. It's like flushing things out of your system that don't need to be there anymore. Release, eliminate. Those are big Scorpio words. Release what doesn't serve you. I think too, this may be, I know this isn't for all of you, this may be the idea of holding out for something or someone that just isn't panning out for you. I'm sort of getting like an ex, but maybe you guys were still amicable or still friends, or there was like a situationship. And it's almost like you put your heart on the shelf in terms of like, I'm just going to hold out and see if they come back to me. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe you're holding on to, I don't know, a Libra. It doesn't really matter the sign, a Libra, a Pisces, whatever. Like you're holding on to a person, but they're just not coming. And so at what point are you putting your life on pause and denying yourself the gift of other opportunities to date, to be romantic, whatever? It's like you've closed off your cup. It's like, I'm available, but I'm not. I think I just spat on this. You guys didn't see that, right? That's so embarrassing. Anyway, so I think this has to do with like, I can't put my life on pause hoping that they come back to me, or hoping that they see the light, or hoping that they choose me. And that's a shitty message to hear, but I would say all water signs can be very nostalgic of the past and very sentimental about the people of their past, and especially like their lovers and partners and things of that. And so at what point do you release and let go and say, maybe that wasn't right for me, even though I thought it was, or even though it felt right at the time, maybe the universe has bigger plans for me. I think that's what this might be. So instead of closing yourself off, I think there's a need to detach emotionally from something, and then kind of put yourself out there and see if something else feels good, see if something else feels right. And maybe this is a new offer coming into you, right? Just putting it out there. And I'm not saying that you should jump from one extreme to the other, like I'm never dating again because I'm waiting for my person, versus okay, kind of like that. I just need to get back in, and I got to get my groove back. And there's nothing wrong with that, but make sure you're in a good place to do it, so that you're not I almost want to say so that you're not doing what was done to you. Like, you're not hurting somebody just because you're feeling in your feels and desperate and want to get back out there and feel good about yourself again. Yeah, I would say approach with caution, but try and put yourself out there. All right, I'm rambling. Here we go. And then how do you best support yourself? Understanding that everything that has been a blow to your ego has actually been for the best, because it's allowing for change and transformation internally, and then essentially externally what's going to shine. Your ability to express yourself has changed drastically over the last 5 years, 10 years, or whatever. And these are both cards that denote the sun, right? In astrology, we look at the sun as a quote-unquote planet, right? A luminary. And so the sun is Leo energy. It's all about self-expression. It's about your individual journey. It's like the hero's journey of your life. And with that, if you're not, I put this card here whenever I do my readings because it's kind of my credo. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. And so something that really challenged you, again, blow to the ego. It felt like a mini death of sorts, but if any sign can handle the mini death, it's absolutely Scorpio. Something had to change you, especially your mind, in terms of the way you were perceiving things, the way you were thinking things and processing things. Gemini energy, right? Something had to change in order for you to understand you, more about you and what you want and what you desire, and how you dim your light to fit in, how you maybe put others first and then sacrifice your own needs and wants and desires. There may have been an ending with a Leo, but how do you best support yourself? I mean, love yourself more. Give yourself the time and the patience to heal properly. But that can occur simultaneously without you closing yourself off and isolating yourself. Healing is a process. I don't think we're ever fully healed, right? I don't think we're ever fully... We're never perfect. We're never going to be. But that, again, that's like the hero's journey. That's life. It's like coming into your own a day at a time. Or as I said to Libra before you got your reading, it's like, don't look at it as a day at a time. Look at it in a greater capacity. Look at it as a month at a time, a year at a time, right? I think there is affection around you if you could open yourself up to receive it, and vice versa. I think you have a lot of love to give, whether it's romantic or not. Yeah, I think it would be good for you to express what's going on inside, clue people in because they don't always know. Don't assume that they can read your mind. And honestly, in terms of how can you support yourself, take stock of the present, the now, literally where you're at in your narrative and your story right now, and take that as truth. I think there's a need to not bring narratives from the past into the present because they're existing in our memory. I think in some ways, and this is so hard, right? It's so easy for me to say, but in some ways we got to wipe the slate clean to get our power back, to come into our full power, to step into our, like, I'm hearing the word perseverance, courage, very like Leo words. Whoops, I turned it upside down. The 10 of Sticks. Oh, see, there you go. There's that social card. Somebody else got this card too. I don't remember who. But yeah, that's what I mean. Mix it up with people. You never know. There could be a chance connection. Maybe you meet someone who's like, hey, we're hiring for this. And you're like, oh my God, I've always wanted to do that. Or, maybe you're hanging out with friends and you meet your next love connection. Or, whatever it is. Maybe you just meet like a really cool, solid person that you want to hang out with. And it's a great friendship that lasts you for many years. With the 10 of Sticks, it's the 10 of Wands, right? So there's releasing of unnecessary burdens. We've been going at it for a really long time that we've sort of lost sight of the overall goal. And sometimes, it's a Saturn card. So yes, you have to roll up and do the work, but at what point are you making it harder on yourself when it's like you've already become the master? The 10 is the end of the line, right? It goes from ace to 10. So then a new cycle starts. And like, here it's like these people have finally learned that, they can rest and relax a little bit. They've kicked ass at work Monday through Friday, and now it's the weekend. Like, they just want to chill and party. Do you have the ability to detach from the stuff and just be at ease in yourself and your body and among others, right? Are you able to enjoy like the simple pleasures in life? Maybe that's what this is saying. Or do you hold yourself back? Or do you not think you're deserving? I don't know what it is. Maybe, and I mean, I don't say that in a negative, judgy way. Like, there's something holding you back. We got to figure out what that is so that we can release it or work through it or embrace both. Really, for Scorpio, it's like embracing the dark, but it also doesn't mean like shutting out the light. You can do both simultaneously, right? I love this. I'm just going to show you that card. They're all like camping and they're having a good time. Play some music, roast some marshmallows. I'm thinking of that line in Die Hard. What is it like? Go to the coast, relax for a few weekends. I can hear Bruce Willis saying that right now. Bruce Willis. I think he's a Pisces, right? I don't know. Maybe I said that for a reason. Maybe you just got to hang out and watch Die Hard. Maybe you got to hang out with Grandpa. All right, let's see. Angel numbers for Scorpio. Angel numbers 22. I am aligned. You are in possession of incredible creative powers, and it is assured that you can achieve anything you wish. One more for Scorpio. Whoa, too many. One more for Scorpio. Please, just one. Thank you. Oh, sneaky little bastards. 11, I am intuitive. You have a keen awareness of what is happening around you. A strong intuition is your gift and will help you understand the unspoken feelings and thoughts of others. This insight allows you to be a great guide and supporter. Libra got that as well. Maybe some of you have strong Libra in your chart. Maybe you're dealing with one. I definitely kind of get an X who may have been a Libra for some of you. Anyway. And then 0, I am limitless. There is no beginning and no end. All is infinite. It's time to develop your spiritual side. You are gaining new sight and understanding of both godly and earthly things. All right, so speaking of which, zodiac signs that want to come out in this reading. Zodiac signs that want to come out in Scorpio's reading. Cancer, Leo, Capricorn, and Libra. Love it. Love it. Self-care oracle for Scorpio. Something that they need to be reminded of. Advice, guidance for Scorpio. And then we are going to do what's coming in for you in January. Hang tight. Have faith. Remove the doubts and questions. You are ready to step into blessings and claim what is already yours. I love that. Like, move away from what was keeping you back. Right? I know, easy for me to say, but seriously, challenge yourself to do it. There's like beautiful blessings coming in for you. It's like the Ace of Cups is already around you, but it's almost like the universe is like, metaphorically, of course, you have to make the move to take the lid off and take the first sip. That sounds kind of sexual. It sounds very Scorpio energy. You are charming. You have confidence in your charm. A lot of people gravitate towards you because they like you for you. Absolutely. That's Scorpio mysticism. Very charming. And kind of sexy. All right, oracle card for Scorpio. Too many. Celebrity spirit oracle card for Scorpio. For Scorpio. Oh, it's not coming out. Let's see. Sylvia Brown, believe and you will receive. I have to admit, I actually don't know who that is. Let's see. 21. Let's find out together. Interesting. A mystic, a spiritualist, and a prophetess. That makes sense. All right, the meaning of this card. If you have drawn this card, you have a natural relationship with a world you cannot see and often have strong feelings about people or situations. You always have very descriptive dreams, which can sometimes be prophetic. No, of course you got this card, Scorpio. You have a natural cord to the spirit world and are in constant flow of communication, described as living between two worlds. Trust in this gift as it is very healing and real, and never second guess any situation or your natural instincts as it is a gift from heaven. Now is time to take the role of teacher with your spiritual gifts as you have wisdom and information the world needs to know. Through your development of your own spiritual awareness and learning, it is time to help those around you and pass on information. Wisdom also comes from age, so this card is saying it's time to pass on what you know. Interesting. I love that. And I just learned something. I didn't know who that was, so. All right, let's talk about the new year. New year, new you. I hate that too. I just cringed. But why not? Let's lean into optimism. Okay, for Scorpio, what's coming in January 2024? I may have said 23 earlier. The Seven of Stones. You're an assessment of something to do with your health, moving forward on some sort of health journey, spiritual journey, healing journey. The Empress. All right. Something to do with nature or animals. Some of you have like a psychic gift or a healing connection with animals may not even know it. Some of you, there's an assessment about I don't know if it's applying to a job that you really want, or it's quite literally like looking up to the Empress. So whatever the Empress represents, it's maternal energy. It can have to do with it's Venus energy for sure. So that can have to do with pleasure, with money, with romance, things at work, dating, whatever. I almost see this as you're looking up to it as this prize in the sky, but it's like, how do I get there? Assessment mode is, how do I build myself up to accept this? You just say yes. You just do. And it's going to manifest for you. But that's the thing. You have to believe that you're worthy of it. So yeah, there may be some work on like self-worth issues. The little butterfly, it's like transformative energy. I would say when an opportunity falls in your lap, like don't overanalyze it. Understand that maybe it's a gift from the universe. Maybe you've earned it, you know? It's like when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Let me try that again. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Say squeeze those lemons. Do it. All right. 5 of Stones, so 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, moving away from lack mentality. Moving away from a scarcity mindset that things are always going to be shitty or the glass is always half empty. And I'm not saying that's all of you, but yeah, I mean, Scorpio energy can go very dark too, right? Again, it's both. It has the ability to take all that stuff and transform it into something else and something changed. But Phoenix from the ashes, well, you know, it has to start somewhere, right? So maybe you guys are kind of at the crux of like emerging. This feels very much like a coming out of like the new version of you. Like maybe you have been isolating or in, I almost said Hobbit mode. That's funny. Maybe you have been in hermit mode or doing something very secluded, or, you know, maybe you're raising a family. Maybe you're taking care of the kids, but with that, your social life has just completely floundered. I think this is branching out and, you know, with Venus energy, the Empress, maybe it's just like making more time for enjoyment and pleasure in your life, because it almost feels like you've been denying yourself that. You've been sacrificing that in order to work on something else. But to me, the Four say you've established some stability there. So let's mix it up. Let's add a little something to it. And then 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. Interesting how we said 8 to the 9, you know, 8 of Cups and the 1 of Cups, like to the 9 of Cups, and there it is. And look how friggin' happy she looks. Yeah, I like this. I want to say Rainbow Road. I don't know what that means, but I just feel called to say it. Rainbow Road. And then the Flower of Thunder. All right, so that is the Queen of Swords. Again, more Venus energy. You have a lot of Libra energy coming through here. So maybe some of you have that in your chart. Maybe you're manifesting a Libra. I don't know. And then the Seed of Thunder. So the seed is that's the Page. Okay. So the Page of Swords and the, what did I say? No, and the Queen of Swords. Okay. Page and Queen. So something thinking about children, spending time with children, possibly. I only say that because they're the same suit. So there's like a maternal energy, and then there's like a young, youthful opportunity. It's like wherever you go, you leave a lasting impression. Without even trying, people are inspired by you. When people connect with you, there's like very necessary change you bring into relationships. And as long as it's not like this negative, destructive, you know, Tasmanian devil going through the room, I don't think it is. It's like, I almost want to say you leave a lasting impression on people in general. You're like transformative, mystical energy that you just kind of naturally have and maybe take for granted. You're denying other people those gifts. Again, learning from the wisdom that you could share with them. When you isolate yourself, nobody benefits from that. Like, it's not good for you, but it's all these other very warm, loving, interesting, you know, intellectually inspiring connections that you could have. Don't hold yourself back from those. Don't let other people be denied of the gift of you being in their life, Scorpio. All right. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Cups. Celebrate. Go out with your girl gang. Go out with your posse. Go out with your best friends. Hang out with people who lift your spirits. Hang out with people who celebrate you, who are your cheerleaders, who... loyalty, that's a big word for Scorpio. The people who have your back, the tried and true friends. I would challenge yourself in January to say yes to invitations. And if you're like, oh, nobody ever calls me, well, then you need to make the first move then, Scorpio, right? I know you're a fixed sign and all, but sometimes you can initiate. That's okay too. I'm giving you guys tough love, but you know it's because I love my Scorpio gang. Love you guys to the moon and back. All right, that's what I got. Please remember to like the video, guys. That really does help me gain traction on YouTube. Share, subscribe, leave a comment if you want, and I will see you very soon for more tarot. Happy New Year, guys.